I'm pretty good with predictions, and I picked Conor McGregor to win over Jose Aldo. And regardless, the way he won was absolutely shocking. There was such a tremendous, suspenseful build-up leading up to the fight, and it was over in 13 seconds. Although I predicted the win, I was not expecting that.
Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh! Just like it! The new UFC featherweight champion of the world!
At any rate, the reason I felt Conor McGregor was going to win are for reasons that I'm not sure most people are into or vibe with. But it's very true stuff nonetheless. We are multi-dimensional beings, and there are things that we can sense or detect in other people. We all could if we understood and practiced that awareness of ourselves. With that said, I thought McGregor had the fight in the bag. Not because I thought he was that much of a better fighter, because Aldo probably should have won. And it's not because I like McGregor over Aldo, because in truth, I find him a little savagely boorish. Being that rude, wild, and belligerent isn't really my thing. It's because I saw something in both men leading up to the fight. And because of what I detected from the energy, I knew that Aldo lost the fight to McGregor before they even walked into the octagon. You see, McGregor had the power of belief. It was not an act. McGregor could give two F's about Aldo, and you could feel it. That's a warrior. Let's just be real about it. McGregor was all kinds of inside Aldo's head, and Aldo was a little concerned, bothered, and shook. Everyone may not agree with me, but I have to tell the truth as I see it. Yes, McGregor was being an ass, but how much restraint is a professional supposed to show? I respect athletes who keep their cool when another opposing athlete is acting up. We all do. But there's a point where enough is enough, and you have to regulate or control the situation. For extreme example's sake, if your opponent walks on stage with a picture of your mother, rips it in two, throws it on the floor, then calls her a whore before a stunned audience, and you sit there. No, you don't get respect for restraint. If security is not pulling you off of his throat by that point, I'm going to start to believe you fear this man. McGregor went to Aldo's town in Brazil and publicly referred to it as his town that he would conquer.
I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro. So for him to say he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to whoop. But we are in a new time, so I'll whoop his ass in July. Look into my eyes, little man. Little Brazilian. Ooh, vamos, hey. What you got to say now? Face to face. Mind to mind. What you got to say? What you learn to say?
Maybe it's the language barrier, and Aldo really didn't understand all that McGregor was yapping to everyone about. Regardless, seemingly, Aldo let all that go unresponded to. Up to the days and day before the fight, McGregor took Aldo's belt that he left unattended, put it on in front of him, and basically said, "Come on out here and get it, bitch." And Aldo sat there respectfully.
How's that, Mike? Not so much.
He might get mad.
You might get mad. Where's he at? What's he gonna do? Take a picture here.
Your dream. Your dream.
You like it?
Yeah.
It looks good, right?
Never.
Say goodbye.
Never.
Come get it.
You?
Come get it. come get it. You little old fuck, come get it.
If somebody takes a possession of yours and waves it in your face and tells you to come and get it, and you sit there and do nothing, that's the biggest sign of fear I've ever seen. When he took this can of Monster Energy from this table and said, come and get it, I drill it through his head.
Again, I'm on the side of team restraint. But at some point, you have to be a man and not let the other man piss on your front steps like that. Even if you remained nonviolent, but took some sort of action, anything, maybe even something legal against him, the networks or someone, just letting McGregor know I'm not to be played with like that, it would suffice. But he took it, and I saw it all. And I knew behind all the theatrics, Aldo was affected and concerned. It was McGregor's time to take what he wanted because he willed it so. And subconsciously and metaphysically, Aldo all but gave it to him. In order to have that eye of the tiger, so to speak, the confidence of knowing and attracting your will into action, there's a few things that need to be in place. First, you need the skill and ability. Life will show you what you're good at. Be honest with yourself. Know who you are and take the things you excel at and run with it. Second, you have to do the work. Train. Be in top shape and know that you're prepared. When you know you've done the work, it actually feeds your confidence, and it's all cyclical. And lastly is the conditioning of the mind. A lot of this is mental. It's belief. How bad do you want it? When you have what it takes, your talent, ability, and training will take you very far, and it will catapult you to the top. Superior talent, skill, and intelligence alone will enable you to beat most in the field. But when you're on the top, someone who is also skilled and prepared and is on their own ascension to glory is watching, waiting, and is coming. McGregor was not fearful of Aldo, and he has no concern. When you face a warrior, you need to bring a special game to the table. Skill and talent alone won't bail you out. Aldo is a perfect example of that. He's the best. Beyond the physical, you may have to test the mind, body, and soul. McGregor saw all he needed to see and tasted a delicious meal before him. Sized him up, knew his moves, and knew what he was going to do.
I believe there are many great fighters. There are many people who do great things. But when you combine it all together, when you combine the whole package, the whole animal, that is the fight game, I don't think there's nobody that does it better than me.
And to some extent, I believed that Aldo believed what McGregor made him believe. Whether Aldo used the juice but didn't for that fight, was afraid of McGregor, or whatever people are talking about now, I don't know. But confidence was definitely a factor that night. And I saw the night of that fight, Jose Aldo conceded victory before any blows were thrown.
Conor walked into the octagon and you could just see how calm this guy was. He was in there. It's like he'd been here 1,000 times before. He was loose, he was flowing, he was shadow boxing. Aldo on the other side, he looked very, very nervous. He didn't look at Conor until the fight started. When the fight started, it pretty much ended the first exchange.
The key to victory for Aldo in the rematch is to win the psychological battle within first.